Some artists are born into fame, some chase it, and then there are rare artists who walk onto a stage at a young age and carry it like they were always meant to stand there. When you hear the soaring, powerful vocals cutting through thunderous guitars, when you see elegance standing calmly in the middle of controlled chaos, you're witnessing Suzuka Nakamoto. Known globally as Su-Metal, she is the central force behind BABYMETAL, a band that did something many thought was impossible. They fused idol pop with heavy metal. They crossed continents. They shattered genre expectations. They stood on global festival stages that rarely welcome Japanese idol acts. But Suzuka Nakamoto's story isn't just about genre fusion. It's about discipline, about emotional control, about growing up under a spotlight and never losing composure. Today, we're diving into the journey of Suzuka Nakamoto, not just the performer, but the presence. Suzuka Nakamoto was born in Hiroshima, Japan. From an early age, she entered the world of performance, and not casually. Japan's idol system is structured, competitive, demanding. Young performers train in singing, dance, posture, public behavior, and emotional presentation. This isn't spontaneous stardom, it's cultivated. Suzuka wasn't loud or chaotic as a child performer. She was focused, serious, refined. Even at a young age, she carried something unusual: composure. There's a difference between confidence and composure. Confidence can be loud. Composure is controlled, and Suzuka's composure would become her defining trait. When BABYMETAL formed, many people didn't understand it. Heavy metal, with idol-style vocals and choreography, it sounded like a joke to some, a gimmick to others. But then Suzuka stepped forward, and when she sang, the skepticism softened. Because her voice wasn't novelty. It was powerful, clear, strong, emotional, controlled. Metal is aggressive. Metal is loud. Metal demands presence. Suzuka didn't try to outscream the guitars. She cut through them with precision. That balance, femininity with force, grace with intensity, is what made BABYMETAL more than a concept. It made it credible. Imagine being a teenager. Now imagine being a teenager performing in front of tens of thousands at international metal festivals. That's not normal growth. That's accelerated maturity. Suzuka stood on stages in Europe, North America, massive festival lineups, and arenas traditionally dominated by veteran metal bands. And she didn't look intimidated. She looked steady. There's a calm authority in her stage presence. She doesn't thrash wildly. She doesn't overcompensate. She stands tall. She sings clean. She commands the moment. That kind of stillness and chaos is rare. Suzuka Nakamoto's voice is technically impressive, but what makes it compelling isn't just technique, it's intention. She understands breath control, vocal placement, projection, emotional pacing. Her voice has clarity that cuts through distortion, and clarity in metal is powerful. It creates contrast. Where the guitars rage, she rises. Where drums explode, she anchors. But beyond technique, there's something else: emotional restraint. She doesn't oversell. She doesn't exaggerate feeling. She delivers emotion in a measured way, and that makes it hit harder, because it feels real. Picture Suzuka before stepping onto a massive stage. The crowd is roaring, lights flicker, guitars tune in the background. She inhales slowly. No panic, no visible fear. Just focus. The intro music hits. The doors open. The stage floods with light. She walks forward, not rushed, not hesitant, and when the first note leaves her mouth, the chaos organizes around her. That's presence. Not screaming dominance, but calm control. In that moment, she isn't just performing. She's balancing two worlds: the structured idol training of Japan and the unfiltered energy of global metal culture. And she makes it look effortless. But effortlessness is almost always the result of discipline. One of the hardest parts of Suzuka's journey: she grew up in front of cameras. Fans saw her as a young idol, then as a teenage metal frontwoman, then as a mature performer. Growth under observation is complicated. Every mistake magnified, every change analyzed, every expression dissected. But Suzuka maintained consistency. She matured without losing identity. And that balance is difficult because the entertainment world often demands reinvention. Suzuka didn't reinvent. She refined. Suzuka Nakamoto helped redefine what a Japanese artist could do internationally. BABYMETAL broke genre barriers, introduced kawaii metal to global audiences, challenged Western metal norms, and opened doors for cross-cultural experimentation. Suzuka stood at the center of that shift. She represents Japanese artistry, discipline in performance, genre fusion, and cultural bridge building. She showed that language barriers don't limit emotional power. Music travels, and she carried it. Some things fans admire. She's known for being serious about her craft. She has a naturally composed demeanor. She rarely breaks character during performances. Her professionalism started young, and she balances idle polish with metal intensity. And here's something interesting. Despite commanding huge stages, she's often described as humble and grounded. Stage presence doesn't equal ego. In her case, it equals preparation. Suzuka represents control and chaos. She represents disciplined growth, artistic consistency, global ambition, calm strength, and emotional balance. She proves that you don't need to be the loudest person in the room to command it. Sometimes power is quiet. Sometimes confidence is stillness. From Suzuka Nakamoto we learn, discipline compounds over time. You can honor tradition while breaking boundaries. Emotional control can be strength. Growth doesn't require losing yourself. Calm presence can overpower chaos. She teaches that success isn't about noise, it's about mastery. As I finish this drawing of Suzuka Nakamoto, remember this: the world doesn't always expect softness and strength to coexist, but Suzuka embodies both. She stands in front of distortion and fire and remains steady. Not because she's fearless, but because she's prepared, and preparation creates confidence. Now I want to hear from you. What is your favorite BABYMETAL performance featuring Suzuka? Which song shows her power best? Drop it in the comments. And tell me, who should I draw next? The comment with the most likes becomes the next deep dive story.